This is my message. We've never ever said it's 100% safe. We've said it's as close as it's going to get. It's still the safest form of transport. That hasn't changed. But nothing is 100% safe. Living isn't 100% safe. And that's not meant to sound glib. What we've always said, it's the safest form of transport. And the reason it's safe is that when something sadly like has happened, we learn from it and make sure it doesn't repeat. And that's what's made it so safe. So when you are taking your flights, think about this as a form of risk assessment, because we risk assess our life all the time. So we're walking down the road and we see someone walking towards us, we haven't seen them before, we'll be sussing them out, thinking, is this person dodgy? Are they going to attack me? If it's late at night, we'd be on more high alert, we might walk differently. This is just natural stuff that we do all the time as humans. The difference is, when it comes to commercial aviation, someone else has done the risk assessment for you and they're already thinking of these things to minimise the risk. But for some reason, because we're not involved in that process, then we think it must be more risky. So the actual thing that is less risky is the thing that we think is more risky. Isn't that bizarre? But that's the way it goes. It could be that it's out of our control. It could be that we don't understand how things work. We're just not used to it. We don't like the feelings. We've had a bad experience of it. But all of these things are not within our control, and it's not for us to think about. It's just for us to think about our assessment of risk generally. And then if you stack them up next to each other, commercial aviation flying is the lowest risk thing that you do. I know that's a hard one to swallow, but that is what it is. It is still the safest form of transport, and it gets safer and safer. And I'm not going to bore you with statistics. I know some people love those. And if you want all the safety stats and the proof, the facts, the research, then go to the IATA.org, because that's where, those guys have tons of stuff on there, and you can trust, because this is a body which looks after hundreds of airlines. They've got hundreds of member airlines, and so they are just amazing. So go on there if you want the facts. And it's very, very easy to talk ourselves into thinking that, this means, because this has happened, this means that. It's not a sign. It doesn't mean anything. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with those people, sadly, that day who flew, and this is what's happened to them, and we will find out. And that's the most decent thing that we can do, is just let the investigators do their job.